already.
Looking for some fashion inspiration? Check out these shows. Today we're looking at the best fashion 90s TV had to offer. Do you still rock any of these styles? Let us know in the comments.
Number 10, My So-Called Life. This teen drama starring Claire Danes was tragically canceled after just a single season, leaving fans with a cliffhanger ending that would never be resolved. My So-Called Life followed protagonist Angela Chase as she encountered many teen issues and dealt with the difficulties of adolescence.
Where are you going? I don't want to be on your book.
The show had a dark tone with fashion to match, and Angela's grungy vamp look was something we all aspired to. There was plenty of dark-hued plaid flannel, and of course, Angela's perfectly 90s red dye job. Her style was an inspiration to us then, and it still inspires us today.
Cute rat suit.
I'm a cat.
Number 9, In Living Color. While many of the shows on our list are more traditional scripted comedies or dramas, In Living Color stands out because of its sketch show format.
Well, you know, Karen, why don't you and I go down to the, how would you say, discotheque and find you another man, shall we?
It also stands out for featuring many actors of color, and thus bringing in fashion looks that weren't as mainstream among white communities. The name of the series may have been a reference to a time when color television was advertised as such, but it could also be describing the aesthetic of the styles seen on the show, which featured many colorful and contrasting prints.
Superfly is coming this summer. Catch the buzz.
Number 8, Melrose Place.
Let's give it a shot. What the hell, you know? I mean, if it doesn't work out, you'll move.
Lots of the shows on our list feature teenagers and are set in high school, but we got to see more mature 90s looks on the primetime soap Melrose Place.
First, she totally humiliated me in front of the whole staff, and then she sent me home with a free outfit from her collection.
The style was more subdued on the show to go along with the dramatic storylines, and the characters don't exactly follow the same flashy trends that we'll see elsewhere. The residents of 4616 Melrose dressed like regular people, but obviously they were all ridiculously good-looking, so everything looked amazing on them, even if it was just a simple t-shirt and jeans.
Don't take this the wrong way or anything, but let me handle this, okay?
Number 7, Freaks and Geeks.
Never felt better in all my life.
Well, then maybe someone should tell your face.
Another show that inexplicably only lasted for a single season was Paul Feig and Judd Apatow's Freaks and Geeks. The title tells you all you need to know about the characters, and the fact that it definitely wasn't focused on the preppy popular students of William McKinley High School.
I didn't break up the band. I just thought you guys should learn one song.
So you admit it?
Obviously, Lindsay's green army jacket is iconic, but all the other characters had their own style that was both realistic and slightly aspirational. These kids dressed like real teenagers, but in a way that was always cool and casual, and where they never seemed like they were trying too hard.
I dress okay.
Sam, you look like your mother dresses you.
Number 6, Dawsons Creek.
Well, this is a surprise. What brings you out here?
We're just doing some shopping.
This series straddles the line between the late 90s and the early aughts, but we're gonna focus on the fashion from the earlier seasons of the show, which premiered in 1998. Dawson and his pals were just a bunch of regular teens from a fictional middle-class East Coast town called Cape Side, Massachusetts.
It's a little visual aid for my biology term paper.
Joey was the quintessential girl-next-door archetype, with classic 90s mom jeans and cropped loose-fitting tops. Jen was the bad girl from New York, who had a slightly more edgy style, but also veered into tiny floral-printed feminine looks. And of course, thanks to Dawson, there was an abundance of button-up plaid shirts.
And what, pray tell, are you two doing here?
Just enjoying the fine art of ballroom dancing.
Number 5, Saved by the Bell.
When are you gonna have the dance-off? I need to know who my partner is.
There's a big divide between early 90s fashion and late 90s fashion. And with Saved by the Bell, which technically began airing in the 80s, we got to see plenty of the former.
Whoa, Barbara. We'd better change. You can't play soccer in that. You need a uniform.
There were flashy neon prints, acid-wash denim, plenty of athletic wear, and of course, white tube socks. While just a few years ago, these styles may have seemed straight up wacky, all of a sudden these characters look like they could have just finished up an Urban Outfitters shopping spree. We didn't think a lot of these looks would ever come back, but here we are.
So what do you think? We're thinking about it.
Number 4, The Fresh Prince of BelAir.
If the Commodores heard you singing, they'd tie you down to the tracks and run you over with the Soul Train.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where he spent most of his days, Will Smith had arguably his most iconic role ever in The Fresh Prince of BelAir, where he played himself, kinda.
Not only are men bad at sewing, they're also terrible liars.
The show was set in an upper-class Los Angeles neighborhood, but Smith brought his street style to town. Because of this juxtaposition, The Fresh Prince offered up style from all ends of the class spectrum, with plenty of preppy looks from his LA family included in the mix. But Will's style was obviously the most prominent, and just like so many of the other shows on our list, nearly everything he wore is back in fashion today, including his collection of kicks.
I picked Carlton.
Number 3, Beverly Hills 90210.
I mean, I have problems that you don't have to worry about.
Like what? So many clothes, so little time?
This show was on the air from the very beginning of the decade to the very end, so we got to see the characters change and grow alongside 90s fashion.
Well, what about Dylan? I mean, you two were together for 2 years.
When Beverly Hills 90210 first aired, the 80s influences were obvious in the high-waisted pale denim and boxy silhouettes. By the end, though, they had embraced darker hues and more slim-fitting styles. Though these teens came from an affluent zip code, their styles were actually pretty subdued. They dressed like the kind of rich kids who weren't trying to show off, which made their style feel more attainable to us regular kids at home.
This is weird. Weird? Do you have any idea what you did?
Number 2, Friends. Just a few years ago, rewatching Friends meant cringing at the seemingly god-awful fashion choices. Why did Rachel and Monica wear such unflattering mom jeans? What was with all the plaid? But now, putting on a rerun of this show is almost like scrolling through Instagram, because the fashion is practically the same.
Ooh, Phoebe, you look great. All right already.
From crop tops to graphic tees to the unavoidable straight-leg jeans, everything from Friends is cool again. Even leather pants have made it back into fashion. But if you try that trend on, just be careful not to end up like Ross.
Oh my God!
What is the most 90s outfit you can think of? To me, it's like baggy jeans, baggy t-shirt, and a plaid shirt tied around the waist. But also anything Rachel wore on Friends, or a lot of the things worn on our number 1 show. Any idea what it could be? Let's take a walk through the fashion show that is our honorable mentions, and then we'll find out.
Hey, that's right. How was your date?
What date? I didn't have a date, I canceled it.
Oh, come on, Cor. When I got home from work, you and Topanga were looking pretty cozy on the couch there.
I'm dropping dead.
Mission accomplished. May I take your coat?
Do I get a stub?
No, and you don't have to tip him either. Oh, she's got no class. Come on, Val, move your ass.
His name is Scott Daniels. And check this out. He's a freshman in college. A college guy? Perfect. Jess, I don't think he can vote. It's not his vote I'm interested in.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I got these for you. They're flowers.
You are standing on a smooth green carpet of grass. The ball is 15 feet from the hole.
Number 1, Sex and the City.
You so have to be in this fashion show I'm doing. A mix of models and New York people with style, and no one is more New York or has more style than you.
Not only is Sex and the City one of the most fashionable shows to air in the 90s, it's widely considered one of the most fashionable shows of all time. Carrie Bradshaw is a style icon, and for good reason. Not only does she prioritize clothing, and of course shoes, she also takes major risks, sometimes choosing outfits that are eyebrow-raising at best.
This is an awkward conversation.
I'm sorry, I just think that's crazy to spend that much on shoes.
You know how much Manolos are? You used to wear Manolos.
Sure, before I had a real life.
In a way, the styles seen on the series defined a generation of women, and made it acceptable to spend a healthy portion of one's paycheck on expensive footwear. Sure, Carrie's finances may not have been realistic, but this was an urban fairy tale we were able to get behind.
Mais ramène-toi, je dépose ton bouquin, il y a quelqu'un qui veut te voir.
Encore, je comprends pas tout le
Regarde
problème.
qu'est-ce qu'elle a, Sex and the City.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.